The myth of big government benevolence and altruism is blown away to reveal naked greed, class envy, and lust for power at any cost. The professional political class has been co-opted by international banking interests and globalists to destroy, once and for all, the free market capitalist economy of the United States. They have allowed the economy to be openly assaulted and have attempted to blame the resulting misery on the rich. Abdelnour is having none of it. As the progeny of international wealth and power in pre-Civil War Lebanon, Abdelnour has an intimate knowledge of who the rich are and how they live. As the head of a private family office in New York City, he deals with the wealthy on a daily basis and shares the intimate details that only an insider would know as to who the rich are, how they became rich, and what they really do with their money. The truth is a far cry from the daily drumbeat of class envy and economic equality coming out of the Washington establishment and parroted by propagandists in the mainstream media. Chapter 1 examines who the rich are and what that means in America. It then reveals how the system has been gamed to prevent you from becoming rich and why you should be upset about how the successful people in this country are maligned on a daily basis. Abdelnour strips back the veneer to reveal the true agenda behind our expanding central government and why you should be demanding answers from Congress, not more programs. It is impossible to separate politics and economics because they are interlinked. Chapter 2 opens with a description of the damage that has been inflicted on the American economy in the past few years, making the indisputable charge that we are involved in an economic war for the survival of America. Drawing upon a wide array of sources, Abdelnour gives a concise history of how the recent economic bubble began, how it burst, and who was responsible. The facts are clearly stated, and the names have not been changed to protect anybody. More than just the criminal acts by a few nefarious characters, the 2008 collapse of our economy was the result of a series of avoidable actions and bad decisions made by people who should have, and often did, know better. It was the perfect storm of hubris, incompetence, and greed, and it never should have been allowed to happen. From the very beginning of our republic, there has been an ongoing debate between those who believe the original intent of the founders was a small, limited role for the federal government, and those who believe the central government is the nexus of all economic and civic life in the United States. Chapter 3 reveals the truth about the American War for Independence and corrects some long-held myths about why this nation broke free from England. It also reveals the fact that not all of the Founding Fathers were necessarily on the side of freedom and liberty, but actively campaigned to bring America back into alignment with the European establishment, much to the detriment of this nation's original intention. The seeds of our current malaise were planted in our infancy. We are in a battle in this nation over what constitutes sovereignty and who has the right to partake of and control the economic benefits gained from our unique system. America was created to be an exceptional land of opportunity where the individual could take an idea, develop it, and create wealth in the process. The capitalistic free market economy gave everyone the opportunity to gain financial freedom and independence. Not everyone was pleased about this, and an enemy has arisen in our midst who has single-mindedly worked to subvert and even destroy this opportunity. Chapter 4 reveals exactly who the enemy of free enterprise is and how they operate, while Chapter 5 gives a glimpse into the violence and chaos that could lie ahead if this enemy is allowed to triumph over the American way of life. With Chapter 6, Abdelnour begins to lay out a plan for restoring economic freedom, not just in this country, but around the world. We are in a global marketplace now. If we are to prevail against the enemy within and once again compete against the other nations of the world, we must have a knowledge of what constitutes wealth, how to attain it, and what to do with it after we have. This is a book about solutions. Chapter 6 deals with the philosophy of wealth creation. Chapter 7 reveals Abdelnour's personal strategies and vehicles for wealth creation.